Welcome back to Jersey Matters. Let's talk about the infrastructure of New Jersey. Here to talk more about that is Phil Beachem, who is the president of the New Jersey Alliance for Action. Let's start off with the obvious. What is the New Jersey Alliance for Action?
It's a nonprofit association statewide. We've been around 40 years. We focus exclusively on infrastructure issues, transportation, water supply, sand on the beaches, the things that normal people take for granted. And
how is our infrastructure?
Not that great. We have a lot of transportation issues that are facing the state right now. We're doing well on other issues such as sand on the beach replenishment programs, particularly in Monmouth County, are going very strongly, but we still have a lot of needs.
And I'm sure you have a list of problems. I'm sure you have a list of roads that need to be fixed, sewer systems that need to be fixed, bridges especially need to be fixed. And I'm going to get to the bridges in a second. The state will tell you we don't have the money for all of that. There's no way we can fix that, right?
They're correct. We have a major funding problem with our Transportation Trust Fund. And in the next 6 to 9 months, if that issue is not resolved with additional money, we face a basic shutdown of the Department of Transportation in terms of repairs and replacement on our roads and our bridges.
So you are in favor of a gas tax?
As one solution for the TTF, yeah. I don't think it's the only solution. It hasn't been the only solution for several years, but it certainly is the major component of raising revenue.
Well, it hasn't been a solution at all for several years because nobody wants it. It's enormously unpopular, and the state is already overtaxed. I don't know how you could get a new tax through.
Well, you know, the gas tax has never been a popular source within the general public, but I think that goes to the question of what do people really think about, and do they trust that the money that they're giving to the state is actually going to improve their quality of life. And we have some disconnects there that I think need to be improved.
That's because they paid taxes in the past and it hasn't necessarily improved their quality of life, isn't that right?
Correct. I mean, we have in New Jersey about 78%, almost 3 million people going to work every day, 16 years. Look, latest census count information. This is not my numbers. And nearly 80% of them are in single occupancy vehicles, which goes to the question of how successful or not successful is our carpooling, our transit system. Yet we still have people who say we can't widen our way out of congestion. Well, if you're sitting on the road and you're seeing traffic congestion 45 to an hour minutes every single day, you're questioning whether you want to give the state any more money. So we have that question to deal with, and I think that DOT is going to have to address how they spend this money appropriately to impact people's quality of life.
How bad are the roads? I mean, is it to the point where they're not going to be drivable or bridges are going to collapse, or can we survive a little bit longer?
We are already at the point where DOT is closing bridges. And many of these bridges are not the traditional large-scale bridge like the George Washington Bridge or the Goethals. A lot of these are bridges that are owned by county government on county roads. And most of those bridges were built after World War II. They're in dire need of rehabilitation or replacement. And we're going to have to explain that to people. And one of the things that we've been trying to do in today's social media environment is how do you explain to people the condition of these bridges? So we've established this photo database that essentially goes under these bridges and takes snapshots of the condition. We've been able to share that on social media.
And how can people see that?
They can go to our website and either the Alliance for Action and click on the On the Road New Jersey
So just
link.
Google Alliance for Action and it'll take you to your site?
Yeah, or they can go to On the Road New Jersey, which is the link that we have, and you'll see an array of photographs by county, by municipality, by legislative district. You'll be able to write to your legislators by clicking on a link, and you'll be able to send them photographs. So if you're in a particular municipality and you're not quite sure what the condition of the bridges or the roads are in your municipality, you can just look for the town name.
Wonderful. Let's talk again when the legislative session starts at the beginning of the year, because I'd love to hear what kind of luck you're having. You've said you've been doing this for years and years and years and have been frustrated by the lack of progress. So let's hope that something happens this legislative session.
We'd love to come back. Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming in. Phil Beachem, the president of the New Jersey Alliance for Action. When we come back, we're going to talk to somebody who's been on the show before. He specializes in economic development of areas, and we're going to talk about Atlantic City.